Welcome to Wired for Greatness. I'm Ben Moubarak, and in this episode, we are looking at the nervous system of Princess Diana. To a celebrity, the sound of a camera shutter might represent success, but to the human brain, that sound, especially when it builds to a roar like machine gun fire, is the sound of a predator. We called her the people's princess, but the media often described her as a wounded deer. And today, our diagnosis is chronic predator detection. We tend to think of fame as a privilege, but biologically, being stared at by millions of strangers is a threat. In the wild, direct eye contact is a sign of aggression. It means you are about to be eaten. Diana lived her entire adult life under this gaze, her nervous system constantly receiving the signal that she was being watched and was not safe. You can see this clearly in her famous body language, the head down, eyes up posture. We called it shy die, but that wasn't just shyness. That is a biological submission posture, a fawn response designed to protect the throat and vital organs while keeping eyes on the threat. When you feel hunted, you desperately need control. Diana's struggle with bulimia was treated by the tabloids as a scandal. But in my book, You the Great, I look at this through the lens of the nervous system. When your environment is chaotic, when you are trapped in a marriage, you can't leave in a role you didn't choose, your body screams for regulation. The bulimia wasn't about vanity. It was about releasing anxiety. It was a violent way to force a reset on a nervous system that was redlining, serving as the only mechanism she had to exert control over her own existence. Diana famously said, "The day I walked down the aisle, I felt I was a lamb to the slaughter." She wasn't paranoid. She was arguably the most hunted human being on Earth. Her hypervigilance was entirely functional because she had to scan every room and check every mirror. The tragedy isn't that she was unstable. The tragedy is that her environment was completely incompatible with human mental health. Now, you aren't a princess, but we live in the age of Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, an age of constantly being perceived. That anxiety you feel when posting a photo, or the obsession with checking your views, is a microdose of what Diana felt. The pressure to perform. Happiness for an audience triggers that ancient fear of being watched. In You the Great, I talk about the vital importance of privacy. Your nervous system needs time where no one can see you, where you don't have to perform, where you don't have to be great. You just have to be. Diana never got that peace, but you can give it to yourself. Turn off the camera, close the blinds, be invisible for a while. The war in your head ends here. If you want to understand the mechanics of your own hypervigilance and how to turn that anxiety into your greatest